Hello, Backgammon fans. This is Mark from the Portland Metro Backgammon Club. I hope you enjoy this match as much as I did. This is a match that I played against Bodger at the December Portland Backgammon Club Meetup Tournament. So we are using a dice tower, which is not normal, so it's for me, but Bodger likes to use it, and they're really good if you're doing a speed gammon match, which we're not, but sometimes we play like we are. So here we go. We're off. I rolled a 5-1 to start. He replies with a 5-4. Pretty standard opening kind of move, and then now I roll a double 1, which is a really lucky roll. So I can uh, make my 5 and bar point. By the way, the cube is in the middle because the dice tower and the scoreboard between the two of them take up all of the normal available space for the doubling cube. So anyway, here we go. Let's see. Where are we up to now? I roll a 4-2. So I look at maybe just bringing it to the 6. Or I could just, really what I should be doing is stepping up with the back checker. But it'd be better to move 24 to 20 and then just like 13-11. But it wasn't an error. It wasn't a blunder. It was just an error. So I didn't record that one. Here we go. Rolls a 3-3 as a return. 6-3 for me. Lets me anchor up on the bar point, which is pretty good. Not a bad move. 5-1, so he creeps forward a little bit. And now looking at things, I've got a 4 prime in front of him. That's pretty good. It's, I've got the advanced anchor. That's pretty good. I go ahead and double. It is a double. It's kind of a small double. It's a big take. So Bodger doesn't have to waste any time thinking about it. Just picks it up. I roll a 6-1. Get to move my checkers forward a little bit, more safety and all that. Double 2, he can anchor up, he can fill in the point, so that's very good for him. 4-1 doesn't quite make the 4 point, which is what I would be hoping for there. Like a 4-2 or a 4-3 or a 3-2 would have been much better of a roll. So what to do? So there's not a lot of great choices. You can run 18 to 13, leave a double shot. You can run 13 to 8, leave a shot. Or you can dump behind him, which is right. So that's what I end up doing. 4-2 lets him, slot his next point. Pretty good. 5-1, I can cover that point that I just put over his head, so that's pretty good also. Rolls a 4-1, which is not a great roll. So probably best here would be to just play it all inside, make the ace point or something, but instead he just brings another checker in. It's a little bit loose because that leaves that extra checker outside. So now he's looking at making the ace point. That would be the best move, but I'm not sure that that's where he's going to go. Yeah, he's putting it back. And yeah, just playing it inside. What the heck, he's got the anchor. He can afford to get hit. Why not? 6-5, not the greatest roll. I like to be able to keep the midpoint. So I can either run 1 around or I can just bring 2 down. Definitely playing that 6. So then the question is, do I remake the midpoint or do I just bring the midpoint down also? The best thing to do is to just go ahead and bring the other one down as well. Other things you could think about doing, really nothing good. Like everything else is terrible. So spending a little bit of time on this one, which I guess is good in that I haven't made a blunder just yet. Watching the video, it's like very intense. Oh God, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Leaves a double shot and he's got a 4-point board. Yeah, that's the move. That's the move. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, 4-3. And yeah, he's just going to get rid of that blot. So now he's got kind of a standoff situation going for him in the outfield. 5-3, so I can slot the slot the ace point. Double sixes. Just really not a lot of choices. He has to run out, and I guess he could leave a blot behind or something, but there's no value in that. 4-2, so I just make another point because who knows, I might get a shot here, and that would be helpful to have another point on my board. 4-3, he plays that all inside, which is good because there's not a lot of other good choices. 5-1, again, just sort of like strengthening up my board. 6-2, now he does leave a shot. It's forced to. I don't hit it. Oh, so 5-3, so I slot the point and dump one behind. 5-3 for him as well. Plays better for him probably. You can just get that checker in. And now we've got a standoff situation that's working in my advantage. 4-2, I can make the point and cover, cover the point and step forward. And he has to break. So now it's really critical for me to roll a 6. Why I'm putting the dice to the side here, I'm thinking about whether I should double, but I already have, so I just go ahead and roll. Double 2, that hits. That's a 6 and an extra 2. So great roll for me. Bodger can't move. I roll a 3-2, just start bringing him around. He can't move. I roll a 4-3, just to bring one in. Doesn't matter too much what I'm doing at this point. Almost everything's good. Double 4. Now it's time to actually think about things a little bit. So do I take 2 off or just clear the 6 point here? So taking 2 off is correct. You move off of the 6 point, then you're left with an odd number on your outermost point. So like 6-5, double 5, everything's bad. So just go ahead and take 2 off. And now Bodger gets to roll again. He's out of practice, so he's not able to get in. I roll a 6-1, so obviously just going to stack up. 4-1, so he's in and trying to maintain contact for what value that does for him. 2-1, I might as well just take 2 off. 3-2, he can stay back, but he just goes ahead and runs. He's got a pretty good chance of saving the gammon here, so he might as well go ahead and do that if he can. 4-1, I only get 1 off, so that helps him with the gammon saves. Pretty much certain he's going to save the gammon at this point. 3-2, so I once again only get 1 off. I'm really helping him out with this one so far. 4-1, coming around. So yeah, a couple off. He rolls a 5-2, that gets him a checker off, and so he has saved the gammon. Keep rolling for just the heck of it, just practice, I guess. 5-1, so he gets 2 more off. We've got 3 rolls left. There's no way that he's going to outroll me from here, but, could get double 6s several times. No, we just go ahead and move on to the next game. It is time. So I had a pretty good game there. I did not have any significant errors. I had like one little like 0.036 kind of an error in there. I played very well. And in this next game, I'm going to make up for it by playing just really, really sloppy backgammon. But boy, is it entertaining. So here we go. Start off with a 3-2. He brings 2 down. I like to split on those personally, but that's not bad. Let's see. I come out and hit, so that's a great start for me. He replies with another hit. And so we're getting into one of these kind of like Punch and Judy kind of games. Really entertaining. Play with Bodger. He never misses a hit, as we'll see shortly. I do. 3-6, so I come in, and then the 6 is a little harder, but really the only thing to do is come out. You can come out off of the 24 or just out with the front one, which I did, which either is really okay. This is the better one. So here we go with the double hit. So Bodger's signature move, the double hit, and now 1-2. I hit him back, come in. Everything's great so far. 4-2. And so he can come in, of course. And then the question is, like, how do you come in? So, like, you can come in and anchor, or you can come in and hit. This is, in fact, not the best move, but leads me to make my first blunder of the match, doubling him, which he snaps up because it's a no double. So on we go. It's going so fast it's hard to keep up. 4-2, so he's in with both. I roll a 2-1, so I can hit and cover, which is really lucky for me. 5-2 gets him in and anchors up out there. Double 2, I can make a point, so that's pretty good. And then I still have one left to step up with. It's actually a little bit of a mistake, but it was 0.035. It's not a big deal. 3-1, so he can make a point. He doesn't have any, enough points in front of me at this point. Like, he could make the 5. Yeah, how about the 5 instead of the, bar? That's much better, actually. So 5-1. So I hit and come down, because what else are you going to do? 6-3. He dances. I'd double him now if I could, but I already have. 5-2 is another blunder, so I should be hitting him here, and instead I just play off the 13. And 5-3, so he anchors up, exploiting my blunder there, getting that third anchor on my home board. He's got almost a prime in front of me. Once again, like, now I can't even be doubling him from this position, but it's I already have. So that's the problem with doubling too early, is that there's any number of times that you should maybe think about it later that you can't, because you already did. 4-2. What do I do here? Oh, I guess I hit. As why not? He's already got 6 checkers back. The 7th checker back might slow him down. So the 6, he ends up playing over my head. Let's see. Where are we up to? The 4-1, so it's another blunder. So here I end up playing too loose. I guess I was thinking of, that I got to get him to move some of those checkers out of my home board for me to be able to come in, but, it was an overplay. 5-4 for him. So he's looking at what all to hit. So the 5 comes out and hits, or he can use the 5 to cover. He can use the 4 to hit, and now he can either cover that, or he can come out and hit me on the bar. And once again, that's Bodger's signature move, is to do the double hit. So yes, I'm twice on the bar. Of course, it's against a 2-point board with 2 blots, so it's not so dangerous. 3-1, come in, hit 1. 3-1, he comes in as well, and goes ahead and hits me with the 3 as well. So 6-4, and I go ahead and make another blunder. I should come out and hit. Instead, I play down, I believe. No, in. Okay, so I played in because I'm worried about having more checkers sent back when he's got, so many on my home board, and, he's kind of just in a lot of pain and trouble back there. So 5-2, come in and hit. 6-4, he comes out, anchors there, and then presumably just play inside. Is there something else he could have done here? Yeah, let's look at this some more. There's more options for you, Bodger. So one option would be to play that checker off my midpoint round and hit, or off the bar and hit. Instead, he makes the bar and brings one in. So mysterious miss from Bodger. 3-2, I anchor up and unstack. Why I didn't hit there, who knows, but actually that was correct. Double fives is a fairly forced move, so you know you can move out of the home board, but you don't really want to do that when you've got a three-part anchor back there and not that many checkers on the front end. So you know what he'd like to do is contain the one checker that I have back on his 2 point, and to do that he needs more checkers around. So he either is going to run off of the 5 point or off of the bar point. If he runs off the 5 point, gives him a direct cover for the blot on his 4 point. But if he runs off the bar point, it's a direct blocking number. So it comes to his 8 point, which blocks me on the 2. So that's probably better, but it's definitely one that's worth thinking about. So ultimately he does that one, which is correct. So well spotted there, Bodger. Let's see, 5-3, I just run out. Lucky roll for me. 6-1, so he covers and presumably slots or runs one out. So let's see, 6-2 is another blunder. I was so happy because I knew I could hit with an 8, but I could double hit. He actually asked me at the time, "Did you mean to miss that one?" And I was like, "Oh, I just overlooked it." But of course, I don't want to have two of them on the bar because that's too many. Anyway, in with an ace-4. So I hit with the ace, and then the 4 can't hit anything. So what's the best thing to do? So I got to come down with one of the blots. There's no real duplication or anything, but you know this is a good one. Ace-6. So he comes in on the ace, and then either plays out with either off the ace point or off the 5 point or down. Down doesn't do much for him. He doesn't have another covering number. Out doesn't do much for him. It just puts me into a position of having a quadruple shot. So by process of elimination, playing the off the ace point to the bar point has got to be the best thing that you can do with the 6. So that's what he does. And now I roll a 5-4, pretty good number. I can hit with the 4. I can't hit with the 5. So just bring one down. Another builder. So as long as he doesn't roll he rolled a 5. Okay, so he comes in and hits with the 5 and steps up with the 1. Pretty reasonable. I roll a 3-2, which is another blunder. So here I hit when, in fact, I should be buttoning up. Like, you know, I could have made the anchor, I could have covered. There's a lot of other things I could have looked at. Instead, I played it fairly quickly. Bodger actually had a brief moment there where he could have recubed me. That went by, and we're up to me now, like starting to step around. I've got a 4-point board. My position is improving considerably. He's staying on the bar, which is nice of him. So out with the 6, and then do I just go around and hit with the 5? Or, yeah, let's hit with the 5. Because if he's got 2 on the bar, that slows him down, and really I just want to get all my checkers in and around. So around and in, I guess. 5-2, so that hits him on the bar point. And 5-1, he's still on the bar. So now I'll try to get all of my checkers inside if I can. 4-3, slight imprecision there. It's like, do I play it in? Do I just make the bar? I went ahead and made the bar. It's a little bit off. Soon enough, I'm going to be wanting to clear that point, so there's not much value in making it. But I've got a pretty good position right now. 5-2, I could make the 8-point, but again, I then would need to clear it, and I want him to get out of my home board. So double 6s is a disaster roll for him. It forces him to move some back checkers, and so now I'm well positioned to, well, Do I hit again or do I not? Here, I think it would be a mistake to hit because it makes it easier for him to make the 2-point, and I really am relieved right now to have just gotten off of having a 2-point anchor in my home board to play against. So I don't hit, and this time that's correct. So double twos would have come in right away, although it wouldn't have made the point, obviously. So he just goes ahead and plays that inside. 4-2, I can make my 2-point. Now he can't, so that's really good. 4-2, so he can slot. 6-2, plays one down, one in. Double 3, just go ahead and make the 2-point probably, and then 4-1. So there's not much else you can do. As long as I'm able to clear my points reasonably, then I'm in good shape. So here, this one's kind of confusing to me. It wants me to just put the third checker on my 6-point. And I was thinking, well, I've got to clear my 6 points. So I won't go ahead and pre-clear the 6-point and step forward. But the thing is, I also want him to crunch his board. So it would be better for me to keep owning the bar point and so that he's forced to crunch his board down to nothing before I have to start bearing in. So 5-3, he has to clear a point, but he can't move the back checker. 3-2, I get 1 off. And 1 at a time is fine by me. 2-1, so now his board is getting awful crunched. And 6-4 lets me get a couple off, which is good for the gammon. 5-3, can't move the back checkers, so he's desperate for a 6 at this point. Double ones, go ahead and clear the 6-point, and then it's it's fine. This is okay. 4-2 goes even further. It's not really any further crunch. He still has a 3-point board. This gets 1 off, but he's still got 5 trapped back, so I'm in great shape. So now he's down to a 2-point board. 5-3 lets me clear the point and not leave a blot, so that's a good roll. Double 3, he's still trapped, so now my gammon chances are sky high, and my backgammon chances are pretty good too. 2-1, he still can't move the back checkers, so all of a sudden my backgammon chances are like over 50%. This is an incredible position to be in. Double 5s, he can finally move a couple of back checkers. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of the options right now are pretty much equivalent for him. Here we go. I have to leave a shot. It's a critical roll for him. He misses. So double 6s, that's 1 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying back for the contact, hoping for a coup classique. Double 5s, I win the backgammon. And so that was the match. Proving once again that it is much better to be lucky than good. I end up winning, but Bodger way outplayed me. Well done, Bodger. It was a fun match. Hope you enjoyed watching it.